Welcome to Couple of Instigators. Oh my goodness. I got 3 instigators with me. I've got Lauren, Jen, and Teresa. We have got to catch up.
Yes, we do.
Hey.
It's been a long time.
I'm just
We're
trying to
all stuffing our face. Let's come back so professional.
Always. I had to light a candle for food.
Oh, so fancy.
Wait. Is that because you still don't have power?
No.
She
All right,
girl. Power.
All right. Teresa, you got to give us the first update. You were on vacation and then you had a hurricane.
We were on vacation
and the hurricane in the Bahamas.
Thank God that did not
He's like,
happen.
storm coming, we're out of here.
Oh my God.
To be clear, I was out last natural disaster on the ice storm. I was in Hawaii in February. So everyone's like, you can't leave during anything. My dad was like, next time you go on vacation, take me because I'm sick of watching your house.
So, the last time you were, was the ice storm, right? And
right.
Then, now this time, it was like a hurricane, and I didn't even know you were getting a hurricane until you got there. I'm like, what? And I
didn't know the hurricane till she got the hurricane.
I'm so fucking clueless. Like, it is like so, I don't know anything anymore.
What was the other storm you were in New York for? And Tina's like, Cindy, you need to get home now. The storm's coming. You're like, what storm?
There was a freaking hurricane coming into New York and I didn't even know it. You want to know when I found out? Well, I came home, but then there was like a hurricane, I guess, because Alexa said everything was flooded. Look at my hair. Alexa said everything in the city was flooded. And it's really gross because just imagine what's floating in that water.
No.
Oh, that's nasty.
At least it's not gators.
No.
No, wait. So our house is fine. We lost power for a day and a half, maybe. Obviously, we weren't home, so it doesn't matter. But we get home and our fence, it's to be determined whose fence it is.
Whoa.
It's on our driveway side, but it's not fencing in any of my property. I don't have a dog that's being housed in this fence. It's knocked over and just a chunk of it, like a 6-foot chunk.
Yeah.
So my neighbor works in the oil rigs, and so, or her husband does. And so if he doesn't get it fixed now, it won't be for like another 3 weeks because he'll be gone. Because of COVID, I think his boat or his rig is 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. So if it doesn't get fixed now, when he goes back tomorrow, it's not going to get fixed for 3 weeks. Again, it does not bother me because I don't have a dog. This is literally a fence on their property, but it touches our driveway. So they're like, well, do you want to what do you want to do with the fence? And I was like, I want to hobble this fence along for as long as possible. Do we need to put some chicken wire? I don't care. I'm not paying for a new fence in the way how expensive prices are for board.
Right. And why did you have to have a new fence?
Because it fell over.
That little storm they had, Cindy, the fence.
Yeah. The fence fell over?
Fell over. I mean, just a chunk of it.
Can't you call insurance? I mean, it's a goddamn hurricane.
Yeah, but isn't the argument over who owns the fence and who has?
Oh, right.
Yes.
Whoever originally put it, whether you guys own the house or not, whoever owned the property when the fence went up, I guess they're responsible for it.
So the thing is, who owns it? It's on our concrete edge of the driveway. So I would say anything on the right of that would be theirs because it fences in their yard.
My answer would be, I've always hated the fence. Now that it's coming down, I think, well, I'm just going to take down the whole thing if you don't want to be responsible for it.
So then the fence also connects to their house. It goes in their house. At the end of the day, all it needs is like, it was like $50 worth of stuff. But he works in a rig. And apparently rigs, they have to not just quarantine, they have to isolate before they get back on the rig. And I guess this is what he says. And he's a worrywart. So he's like, well, I was like, well, I'll send my husband out there to help. He went to the store. Ryan went to the store, got everything. And he's like, well, he can't be 6 feet within me unless he's wearing a mask. Y'all, it is real feel 115 degrees outside. It is so hot. So this guy's like, I'll just do it with my 2 kids. It's fine. I wish I could take a picture. We're not talking about a huge amount of fence. They need to set a post and like hinge a fence back up.
Right.
So he has a 4th grader and a 7th grader. And I'm like, the 7th grader's a girl, the 4th grader's a boy. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun times. Like, how are these? What? So they pull their truck in our driveway. He rigs something up to like leverage the fence to like pull it up because a 7th grader and a 4th grader and him sure as shit can't handle it by themselves. So they don't have it done and he leaves tomorrow. They've set the pole. That's it. They're working in our driveway with no shoes on or Crocs, no shirts. The 7th grader, I think I told you all the story how she told me she was bisexual, and I was like, and it was like after I had been drinking some. It was a neighborhood drink thing, and I was just driving her home, which is obviously sounds much more dangerous than it is.
Why are you driving the 7-year-old next door home?
Why are you driving her home drunk?
And next door, can you walk the 10 feet?
Someone moved out of our neighborhood like a mile away, like just like out of our neighborhood into the next neighborhood. And so we went to the new house. Okay. Anyway, so like right as we pull up to the house, she tells me she's a lesbian, and I was like, "That's cool. So, but I told her, I was like, "Well, I mean, if she might be the man one, so she needs to learn these tasks." So I was like, Cindy doesn't know how to do any of this. Cindy didn't learn this as a kid.
Right. You need her to learn now.
Yeah.
So she can go on the
Ryan
Melissa
said,
Etheridge cruise.
What did you say?
So she can go on the Melissa Etheridge cruise and help out.
She's got to help. Yes.
She needs to.
She needs to
Ryan
work.
said, it shows that I never helped my dad do stuff.
Well, so what's the bottom line? Where do you stand?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. The fence is good.
Did you figure out what the smell was?
I think the smell is the humidifier. But I don't know.
Oh,
it
that's
went
good. Nothing
I
dead.
like, so we're fine.
So is any damage other than the fence?
Nothing to my house, so I'm good to go.
And how is the cat?
She had to go to my parents' house, and it was torture. She, poor thing. My parents had like some random dog at their house. The cat was just, she's like just slept nonstop for like, since we got her back. I think we picked her up on Thursday. So for 4 days. Poor little baby.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad everything is fine.
Is she allowed to sit in the bed?
Not in the bed. She has her own space.
Freaking Ryan. She's been through a lot. Let her get in the bed.
I know. Poor thing.
He's brutal.
Wait, Lauren, how did your parents do?
Oh, they're fine. They had like a couple leaves in their yard. That's all.
Weeds?
I'm like leaves.
Oh,
like
leaves
fell from the tree. That's all. Like not even branches, just like a handful of leaves.
So are none of them like Nobody Must Live? Was there damage other places?
Oh my God, it was so much worse. Like between where Teresa is in New Orleans, it like just outside along the west side of the lake. Wait, I don't know directions very well. Like Laplace was really bad, which like I have a lot of friends, like teachers and just friends still there. And like all night Sunday night, like I woke up Monday and I was like scrolling through Facebook, and there was like friends were sharing posts from people who were like, I'm on my roof with my grandma, like we need help. So it was like all these people in this one area just get flooded so bad, and people were on their attics, like I'm sorry, they were in their attics, and then they were on if they could, and like obviously no one can get to them because they don't emergency rescue until like the storm dies down. Yeah. So you have all these people who are just like, there's like, they call themselves the Cajun Navy, and they are like a volunteer group, and they, like when disasters happen, they just go out in the middle of them on their boat. They're ready. Yeah, they just go out on their boats. They've got generators. They've got stuff.
They practice for that all winter to get ready. The Cajun Navy.
Yeah, I mean,
AKA a bunch of rednecks in a fishing boat with a camouflage cap on their head.
Absolutely, yeah. Whenever it flooded in Houston, they went there to help. So like they went from Louisiana to Houston. So
yes,
are they Trump supporters and give money to him, or Trump gives them money?
We don't know.
No, we do know. He donated money to them, but they are like really like kind of renowned for just being like on the ground helping. Like a few of them might be EMTs or have a little bit, but they're not. They're like just doing it as human beings. Like,
well, they're nice guys. I got it.
Yeah, they're nice. They do their thing.
Jen, what's been going on with you?
Did I tell you about the story about me breaking into my neighbor's yard the other night while they were fighting?
No, what did you do? Your neighborhood is lit.
Right? So I told you before about my neighbors that they're always out there fighting in the middle of the night, like screaming. So the other night, Monday night, it's like, I don't know, 11:30, they're fighting. I'm like, whatever, go to sleep. I wake up at like 12:30. She's like, get your fucking hands off me. Don't touch the dog. I was like, oh, screw this. Now she's going after the dog. So I go out there and like pull on a sweatshirt. All I'm wearing are like panties and a t-shirt and go storming over there at 1:30 in the morning.
Not the dog.
Get your fucking ass out of here. I'm calling the cops. You don't touch her. You don't touch the dog. You need to go. He's like, what? Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? I'm like, I'm the neighbor. I'm trying to sleep. You need to get the fuck out of here.
Uh-oh.
So he's going back and forth. He's like, it's okay. I can stay. So I said to her, are you okay? Is everything okay? She's like, I need him to go. I don't want to fight. I was like, hey, you heard her. You need to go. He's like, she's okay. I'm like, clearly she's not. She said she wants you to go. You need to go. He's like, fine, I'll call your mom. I'm like, okay, call your mommy. That's fine. Come get your mommy to come pick you up. You need to go.
Wait, do they rent or?
Huh?
Like, do they rent this house or own this house?
They rent like a basement apartment. And he's like, I don't even know why you're here. I don't know why you're getting involved in this. And I'm like, because I pay a fucking mortgage. I have a job and I need sleep. That's why I'm here. I said, this always happens and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So then he sort of calms down a bit. I'm like, I don't care if you guys fight. I just don't want to hear it. Go in the house and fight. So then they're like a corner house. So I go to leave. I'm walking up the hill and there's a cop car coming down the street. I'm like, officer, over here. So the cop comes up. I was like, did you get a call? He's like, yeah, for a fight. And I'm like, down here, down the hill. So cop goes down, talks to him. He's like, sir, you need to leave because here the law is if there's any kind of domestic call, one of the people needs to be removed. So, which I actually have a really funny story about that, about Train Granny, if you want to hear that one too, about a domestic call. So the cop comes down and he's like, she says, I can go, I can stay. I don't need to go. The cop's like, she has no say in this. You need to go, sir. You need to call somebody. He's like, fine, I'll call my mom. He's like, where does your mom live? He's like, Allison. He's like, that's half an hour away from here. It's 1:30 in the morning. Your mother isn't coming to pick you up at 1:30 in the morning. You need to call somebody else or you're coming with us. He's like, I'm not going with